Would you pay $300,000 more just to live 15 minutes away? Leawood, Kansas and Olathe, Kansas may look similar on paper. Great schools, strong communities, close to everything. So what's really driving that price gap, and is it actually worth it? Today, I'm breaking it all down. Location, schools, lifestyle, appreciation, and the one stat that might flip your decision by the end of this video. Those two suburbs sit in Johnson County, Kansas, one of the most popular areas of the Kelsea metro, but that might be where the similarities end. Leawood and Olathe offer two completely different styles of suburban living. The short distance between them makes that price gap even more surprising. So what's really driving it? To fully understand it, we've got to look a little deeper at what's behind it. Starting with location, because that's what sets the stage for everything else we're about to dive into. Leawood sits right by the Kansas-Missouri line, close to I-435. It's in a great spot. Most people there can get to downtown Kelsea in about 20 to 25 minutes on a normal day. Olathe further out in the southwest part of Johnson County. Still connected, but the drive downtown usually takes 10 minutes longer on I-35. And that extra time might not seem like much now, but if you're in it driving that day, every day, day after day, it adds up fast. And while location does matter, wait until you see how one of these school districts stacks up against the other. Just the number of National Merit semifinalists alone might make you think twice between choosing between the two. Leawood spot makes it easy to get around. You can hit Overland Park, Prairie Village, or Mission in just a few minutes. From Olathe, those same places take 15 to 20 minutes, but that's just the start. The types of homes in each area tell us a lot about what's behind that price gap and why it goes beyond just square footage. All right, let's take a look. Here's where that price gap actually starts to make sense. Leawood's median home price is around $725,000. In Olathe, it's about $443,000. So what does that extra money really get you? Well, in Leawood, you're looking at custom luxury homes. Drive through neighborhoods like Holbrook and you'll see homes going from 1.2 to over 3 million. So no, these aren't cookie cutter houses. We're talking custom designs with big trees, wide lots, all of the above. And many of them have been there for decades. Before we go any further, let me introduce myself. Hey, I'm Kelsea, your trusted realtor here in Kansas City. I'm here to help you buy or sell with confidence. So if you have any questions or just want to talk through your goals, feel free to reach out. You'll find my contact info in the description below. All right, now that you know who I am, let's get back to it. So Mission Reserve is another good example. Homes started around $960,000. The styles are all over the map, but that build quality and finishes are consistently high. Now Olathe, totally different feel. Right now, there are more than 380 new construction homes for sale. These are planned communities with more consistent designs. In Cedar Creek, for example, you've got resort-style amenities. Over in Stonebridge Park, you've got nice single-family homes, green space, and walking paths. You know what else surprised me? The price per square foot. Leawood averages $210, while Olathe averages $198. That's only about a 6% difference. So if the price per square foot is that close, what's creating that huge gap in total home prices? Well, Leawood homes are usually bigger, and they sit on larger lots. They come with higher-end finishes from day one. The homes really tell two different stories. Leawood says, established luxury, done your way. Olathe says, smart, modern living for growing families. And all of this comes together when you look at the school districts, especially Blue Valley. It plays a huge role in driving demand, and once you see the difference in school performance, the housing trends make even more sense. When it comes to schools, both cities offer great options, but here's one detail that helps explain that price gap. Leawood is part of the Blue Valley School District, the #1 district in Kansas. Students there average a 22.7 on the ACT, and the graduation rate is 96%. Olathe's District USD 233 ranks #4 in this state. Also strong, students average a 21.8 ACT with a 95% graduation rate. Those are solid numbers, but the top spot, it really changes the game for Leawood. And that's more. Where Blue Valley really stands out is in the National Merit semifinalists. Last year they had 56, Olathe had 12. That's nearly 5 times more top academic recognition. Now, this is a big one. All 5 high schools in Blue Valley rank in the top 10% nationwide, and that kind of consistency gives families peace of mind, especially if you have more than one kid or think you might move within the district. And sure, test scores are a big deal, but that's not all. Blue Valley schools also win state titles in academics, arts, and sports year after year. But school districts are just one part of the bigger picture. The lifestyle differences between these cities are where things really start to pull apart and show two very different ideas of what makes a community great. When it comes to how you spend your time, these two cities feel pretty different. One leans toward luxury shopping and private clubs, while the other focuses more on family-friendly recreation. In Leawood, you've got Town Center Plaza with over 100 stores and restaurants. You're not just getting a basic shopping center here. Think high-end dining, designer shops, and a walkable setup that feels more like a lifestyle destination. And just on the road, Park Place adds even more boutique shopping and great places to eat. The social life here also revolves around private clubs. Places like the Country Club of Leawood and Holbrook offer golf, fine dining, and member events. They come with big membership fees and frequently a wait list, but they also create a strong sense of community. You've also got restaurants like 801 Chop House and Bristol Seafood Grill, spots people go to for big client dinner or a special night out. So yeah, it's a lot more than your standard chain restaurant experience. Now, Olathe goes in a different direction. The city runs 42 parks covering more than 1,300 acres. Plus, you've got 47 miles of trails that connect neighborhoods to schools, playgrounds, and more. The Olathe Community Center is massive, over 71,000 square feet. I was there last week with my kids, and it's huge. It's got full-size courts, a full gym, a huge indoor pool. There are also event spaces, party rooms, and even a catering kitchen. So the lifestyle contrast is clear. If you're into private clubs and upscale shopping, Leawood might be your pick. But if you're looking for more public parks, family rec, Olathe makes a strong case. And the thing is, none of this happened by accident. These cities grew the way they did for a reason, and when we look at who's living in each one, it becomes even clearer why they feel like two different worlds. The vibe in each city really helps explain why their homes and amenities feel so different. Leawood leans into that established luxury feel. Olathe has more of a young, family-centered energy. The median age in Leawood is 48, and Olathe it's 36, and that's a 12-year gap that says a lot. Leawood tends to attract more settled professionals, a lot of empty nesters too, whereas Olathe brings in younger families and first-time buyers. And sure, Leawood buyers are paying more upfront, but hang on, the return story isn't exactly what you think. A Leawood home from 2018 gained more in dollar value, but the Olathe home saw a much higher percentage return. Income plays a role here too. The median household income in Leawood is about $185,000. In Olathe, it's around $112,000, and that's a 65% jump, almost exactly in line with the price gap in homes. Population growth says a lot too. Olathe is growing at about 1.3% a year, with more families moving in all the time. Leawood's a different story. It's already well established with less space left built, so growth is slower, sitting under 1% a year. All right, at the end of the day, Leawood is all about stability and prestige. You've got mature trees, well-kept yards, and classic architecture. A lot of folks have lived there for decades, and that really builds a tight community. Olathe, on the other hand, is full of movement and growth. New neighborhoods bring fresh designs, modern features, and a whole lot of energy. The community's growing, and it's super welcoming to new families. And what if I told you things are about to get even more interesting, because we're just about to get into the numbers, and the investment side of this might completely shift how you see that $300,000 difference. So, okay, the returns might be the most surprising part of this whole breakdown because, believe it or not, the more affordable city has actually performed better for homeowners. Over the past 7 years, Olathe home values have gone up 58%, whereas Leawood just 47% in that same stretch. That's an 11-point edge for the less expensive city. Let me show you what that actually looks like. A Leawood home bought in 2018 for $530,000 is now worth about $746,896, a gain of more than $215,000. Now, take a 2018 home in Olathe that sold for $275,500. Today, it's worth around $420,550, a gain of just over $175K. Now, yes, the Leawood home gained more in dollars, but if we're talking percentage growth, Olathe takes the lead. That home in Olathe went up 52%. The Leawood one climbed 40%. From a return perspective, Olathe came out ahead, and today's market tells us even more. In Olathe, home values are up 1.8% over the past year. Homes go pending in about 5 days, and half of them close over asking. In Leawood, values are up a bit more, 2.4%, but homes take closer to 7 days to go under contract, and only about 39% of them sell for over list price. So, what does that tell us? Olathe has stronger buyer demand. Homes move faster and competition is higher. Now, when you take everything into account, location, housing, schools, lifestyle, and investment returns, the big question is which one's the better fit for you? After looking at all this data, let me help you figure out if that price gap actually makes sense for you. It really comes down to how you rank these 3 things: your budget, your lifestyle, and your long-term goals. Go with Leawood if you're focused on getting into the Blue Valley School District. It's a great fit if you're also comfortable with that $725,000 median price, and you're looking for a more luxury-driven lifestyle. If your job is based downtown, that's another point. When those boxes are checked, the premium often makes sense. Now, if you're looking for great schools at a lower price point, Olathe might be a better fit. It also stands out for strong investment returns and a lot of growth potential. If you value easy access to parks, trails, and community spaces, and you want more for your money, this place delivers. Either way, both cities offer real value. It just depends on what kind of lifestyle you're looking to build. Here's what most buyers don't realize though: you can be happy in either place. The key is picking the one that fits your life best. Don't let prestige push you towards something that stretches your budget, and don't pick a lower price if it means giving up things that your family really cares about. That $300,000 gap isn't good or bad, it just reflects real differences between the 2 cities. If you're looking at Johnson County and want help figuring out which one fits your needs, feel free to reach out to me. You can email me at Kelsea@lakewoodhomesandland.com. I'd love to help you break down all of it, use my local connections to find you the best deal possible, and really just help you in your situation. And if you're curious about how these suburbs fit into the bigger Kelsea picture, click the video on your screen. I'll show you how crossing the state line can raise home prices fast, where values might double, and how to avoid picking the wrong spot. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you there.